Horror games. What can I say about them? They are designed to create tension, fear, and of course have the prime objective to scare you. Sure, you have those games that have those cheap jump scares where a screamer has a noise at a very high volume, like the infamous game called Scary Maze. What an absolute classic video. I mean, even some companies used ads with this static that I honestly have no idea what they were thinking. I mean, if you don't want me to buy your product, then sure, no problem. Pause. If you thought I was going to play the rest of this ad, don't worry. I hate this one with a passion since it traumatized me as a kid. But hey, if you want to watch the full jump scare, go to YouTube and search for this. Knock yourself out. So what's an example of an actual good horror game? Well, if you said Outlast, I actually agree with you. Sure, the game also has a few jump scare moments, but the scary part is the fact that you are being chased by people that you have no way of fighting back, while an intense music is playing. Okay, but what about games that you didn't really expect having a horror game? Well, back in 2011, this famous, or I think it's better to say infamous game was released. Yup, Sonic.exe, where for some reason poor Tails ends up dying in every single version in the most brutal way possible. So in terms of video game mascots, Sonic has a horror game, Mario has a horror game, heck, even Kid Icarus has a horror game. But what about our good friends at PlayStation? Well, just recently I was playing some good old Crash Bandicoot 1 on my PlayStation 5, and I just thought to myself, Crash was considered the mascot for PlayStation, but does he have horror games? Well, officially no, unless you count this piece of garbage. Also, if you like this game, don't worry, it's just my opinion. I mean, I unironically love Sonic 06, and we know that game has, well, issues. Well, believe it or not, Crash Bandicoot actually has horror games, although they were created by fans. So today let's look at two examples of Crash Bandicoot horror games. Are they good? Are they scary? Well, let's take a look first at... Alright, the first one up is Crash Bandicoot.exe, created by the user Kaloy Games, and it's the official fan game. I have very high hopes for an official product. The intro is actually just screenshots taken by the PS1 version, that's why it's very pixelated. And yes, you can say if I had $1 for every pixel I see... Wow, this is actually a big upgrade. Normally EXE games are 2D, but this one is in 3D and yeah, it was made in Unity. Although I don't know why, but there is something off with Crash. Well, with no other option left, we start the game and wow, it's just like the original game. And the only level we can select is Insanity Beach. Oh boy, I can't wait to actually try this out and play the full level. Well, I mean, at least it plays like Crash. You have the spin attack and you can jump. Although, for some reason, Crash has a moon jump. I'm not sure exactly why that's happening, but yeah, it happens and it reminds me of the moon jump present in Virtua Fighter 2. Also, Crash is blind as a bat. For some reason, the guy can only see shadows that appear right next to him. And let me tell you, the game is extremely buggy. I'm not even sure how I did this. Wait, we can't even play the full level? The crystal is already here. Well, that's weird, but sure, let's collect it and see what happens. Play more. Okay. Well, we can actually move in the overworld this time, so let's go to the second level, which is Jungle Rollers. But before the level starts, we have to see this annoying TV static that you can clearly see where the image loops. Wait, what the hell even is this? This is not Jungle Rollers, this is just the same level we played, but backwards. Okay, well, let's backtrack and see what awaits us. At the end of the level, it's actually Crash, but it's kind of funny. When you do the spin attack, he does it as well, since the game creator probably copy-pasted the model he used for the player character. Also, remember when I said the game was buggy? Yeah, I actually got stuck in this tree and had to restart the game, so that was fun. Well, after touching this evil version of Crash, we go back to the overworld, and this time the message says, Even you do not repent. Buddy, the last time I tried to repent something in the church, things didn't go well. Well, surely this time we will go to another level other than Insanity Beach. Nope, still the same level, but this time it's much redder and there is more blood. Well, after going back to Crash and touching him again, this time the message says, I see you every night. Well, I don't know, maybe some dinner first before we go to that part? And then this image. Okay, this image of evil Crash says, you get my crystal, now I'll take you. And then, please lower your volume, probably one of the shittiest screamers appear. We are then immediately thrusted into this area where you have to run away from this evil Aku Aku mask. But I was still laughing from that shitty screamer that I had no idea what was happening. Well, lower your volume again because more screamers are on the way. I mean, I can't even explain, just watch this. The final message just says, thanks for playing, now I can find you for your IP. Well, I hope you like more screamers because they will not stop until you close down the game. Seriously, what even is this? I tried playing that last level a bunch of times to see what actually happens, but what happens is that an evil Crash is always blocking the way, and he will get you no matter what. Seriously, I tried a bunch of times, but there is just no way to get past him. You are always destined to fail. One time I actually got lucky and managed to glitch into the rock, and yeah, even if you get past him, there's literally nothing. Just a vast ocean of blood, because it's scary, I guess. There's actually a way to get the good ending, which involves doing this little jump in this spot. And after you get out of the map, you just run off into the distance and then you jump into this bottomless pit. Rest in peace, Crash, and don't ever come back. Okay, that could have been better, but it was entertaining to play. Maybe the next game will be better, so let's take a look at... This time around, the game was actually created by the user named Cherry64. And look, if it has a number 2 on it, we know it's good. I mean, sequels are always better. Right? After the world's fastest title cards appear, there is actually a menu.
Just kidding, this is actually a PNG. You can't even change the language.
While starting the game, we actually get a little bit of dialogue out of Dr. Cortex, but the audio balancing is absolutely horrible. You can't even understand what he is saying because the music is too loud.
Door lies a well-hidden crystal. The crystals look like this. Bring me that Christmas wish. That is all safe and well.
Let's address the elephant in the room. The hub area has no textures, and I'm pretty sure this was not a design choice, because if you choose any of the portals, they lead to the same level that, this time around, has textures applied. Also, what level even is this? If this is based off Crash Bandicoot 2, why not try to recreate one of the original levels? Like Turtle Woods, Hang Height, or Night Fight. Instead, we are on this random-ass Epstein Island that also contains broken textures. Well, screw it. Let's touch this evil Crash and... yeah, we get transported to this weird area that's completely dark and some parts are blinking red. Honestly, judging the game until now, I'm not even sure if the area is supposed to appear like this or if it is broken. One thing I'm sure of, I lowered the video's volume for you guys because out of nowhere a screamer appears with a very high fucking loud noise for no reason. Seriously, it almost blew my eardrums out. After running in the dark, eventually we find this evil Crash, and after touching him, the message, "You are dead," appears, accompanied by a TV static. Oh my god, it's just like the other game we played. And then, probably one of the most intense chases happened, and let me tell you, it was complete bullshit. The guy didn't even touch me, but I still died somehow. What even is this? All of that just for this screen that says dead? And that's it? No, man. No, no. Get this out of here, man. I don't want to see this no more. Well, were the games good? No. No, they were not. But that's exactly what makes them so good. Look, you have to see it like this. These games are free and were made by a single person. And even though they fail at the objective of being scary, I actually agree with what this person said in one of the comments on Game Jolt. If I were much younger, yeah, it probably would have scared me. At the end of the day, these games are meant to be a short experience whose sole purpose is to entertain you. And I think they both achieved that. Also, at the time I'm making this video, I have reached over 100 subs, so if this is your first time watching my video, thank you. And if you are a returning subscriber, thank you as well. I hope you enjoyed this video, and of course, as always, thank you for watching. PlayStation Mascot transformed into a horror game.